So we're thrilled to have Professor Alex Braun from the Institute of Insurance Economics at the University of St. Gallen to talk to us about the future of insurance and specifically what role the corona crisis has and continues to play as a catalyst for innovation and change. Most recently, Alexander and his team actually did a very big survey with 145 executives from the industry and complemented that with responses from many clients to match clients' expectations with what executives were planning for the insurance offering. Maybe to begin with, Alex, thank you for being with us here today. The first question should really be, in which way has the corona crisis served as a catalyst for innovation, according to the survey?
Well, Robert, thanks a lot for having me. It's great to be discussing this topic with you this morning. And yes, indeed, we did this survey among executives and found out that insurance companies have actually been operating in some kind of war room or situation room mode throughout the last 8 weeks. And the interesting thing is they managed to adapt really quickly and keep the business running, have most people working from home. And that's something that you wouldn't necessarily expect from insurance companies, which have the reputation of being really slow innovators. And they have proven that they can really act fast during the crisis. We found that 90% of the executives that we asked actually stated that COVID-19 and the crisis has turned their culture more digital. And 50% of the companies have accelerated planned digitization projects. 25% even have started new digitization projects, right? And our question at the end was, why did the insurance companies hesitate for so long? Why did we have to have this crisis to accelerate the development, right? And this could have to do with the wrong focus, but probably also with the reliance on the fact that you can tackle things later, right? And that's not possible in a crisis scenario because you have to act quickly and decisively.
Very interesting. So the crisis really has been a catalyst to activate a lot of energy in the insurance companies to reimagine their business models. Part of their business models is, of course, a very important part. If one considers insurance products to be a commodity, is the distribution channel. And the distribution channel was also most disrupted during the corona crisis. What did you learn with respect to the most effective way to distribute services from an insurance company?
Yeah, I think the results in this regard are really interesting because distribution, as you said, was that part of the business that was hit the most, right? It was hit the hardest. So insurance companies needed to find ways to adapt there really quickly. And at the same time, a lot of customers started to understand how to organize their life online because they needed to during the lockdown, right? So online retail, groceries, banking, and so forth. And what sort of became clear in the survey results is that this will accelerate an evolution away from the pure offline customer that we still have today and put more pressure on traditional sales agents and brokers to change the way that they actually serve the customers. And it will be a significant challenge because we have a high average age in the distribution and sales force of insurance companies, and we still don't have enough skills in terms of how to conduct this business online, right? So 2% of the customers that we asked actually said that they want to purchase insurance online going forward, but, and here comes the important part, they still want personal advisory, just not with a physical contact. And I think that's a very key finding here. Consistent with this view, actually a lot of insurance companies believe that digital or direct insurers will not necessarily benefit. And so it's going to be key how you organize your distribution going forward, for a hybrid customer that wants to close the contract online, but he wants to be personally advised as well.
Very interesting insight indeed. And everyone is also in the insurance company talking about platforms and ecosystem. But what is actually the difference between a platform and an ecosystem?
Well, the way we think about this is the ecosystem is basically the entirety of participants that come together, or players or companies that come together to form a proposition, a joint value proposition for the customer, and offer a bundle of products and services that solves a specific problem or addresses a specific need of the customer. Whereas a platform is more the marketplace where this offering can be, can be put or can be purchased by the customers. So a platform is more the business model run by an orchestrator in this ecosystem.
And would you advise most insurance incumbents to assume that orchestrator role, or is it enough to be part of the ecosystem, providing the product, so to speak?
Well, that's interesting. We have some survey results on that as well. And 80% of the insurance companies that we asked actually responded that they think the crisis will accelerate the transition towards ecosystems. And that has to do with the fact that a lot of the customers actually indicated that they want to be left alone by insurance companies in the crisis because they have a lot of other business to attend to. So there will be an acceleration. And as you say, now a lot of insurers are thinking about what is the takeaway for them. Should they be an orchestrator or a participant? And most of the companies indicated they want to become an orchestrator, which I think is a very ambitious goal for most of the companies. So given that it takes a lot of resources, it takes a completely new business model because you have to turn yourself into a platform provider, which is not necessarily a natural extension of the classical insurance business model. So it's an ambitious goal. And I think for most companies, it will be more the participant role going forward.
Okay, very good. So based on this survey, if we can sort of in a nutshell, based on what clients seem to really want, what would you say are the two primary take-home messages for executives running insurance companies today?
Well, I think that the most important points are you should try and hold on to what you've learned in the crisis in terms of how you organize your company and how quick you manage to adapt to new problems, to new issues. So try to take that crisis room mode or war room mode that you had throughout the last 8 weeks and make it the new normal, right? So be as agile and as quick and as adaptive as you've been in the last 8 weeks in general. Stay in front of the curve and, to be innovative and offer, things and products that really address future clients' needs. And the second thing is, and that has become very clear in the survey, is a key to being successful in selling insurance is going to be distribution going forward, right? So the first point there is you need to be able to address the customer in an on and offline mix. So it's going to be an art of selling insurance online, but at the same time offering the client that personal advisory that he or she desires. And the second thing is you need to be able to tap into this potential of selling hidden insurance in an ecosystem, right? Sliding it into a broader product bundle or offering so that those customers who don't want to deal with it explicitly, and it's becoming more and more clear that this will be a large fraction of your customer base in the future, you can still sell it to them through the through the offering of an ecosystem as a participant, for example, and a few companies may be able to become an orchestrator.
Super. Thank you so much, Alexander. This has been a wonderful chat. We look forward to hearing from you again and wish you a wonderful day.
Thank you very much, Robert. It's been a pleasure. And I hope to speak to you soon. Thanks. Bye.